Hey there, and welcome back to my craft room. This is card number 2 in my current Boughs of Holly product class, so my October 2022 product class. This is probably my favourite of the 3 that we're doing today. I just absolutely love this one. I did get this design from a lady on Pinterest. I can't remember what her name was, but yeah, so it's not actually 100% mine, although I did change it up a little bit. Using some of my favorite items, but yes, so but you know, when you see something that perfect, you just need to make it happen. Anyway, so it's quite a lovely card. It uses 3 pieces of the designer series paper from the Boughs of Holly designer series paper pack, and you need to fussy cut one of the little poinsettias there as well. So if you haven't done that, pause the video, pop away and fussy cut one of those. You may have in your kits a single poinsettia, or you may have one of the double ones. Doesn't matter, they're both going to work just as well, so fussy cut those off. Also, we've got our little season's greetings there as well, and that's up on dimensionals. The embossing folder behind there, and the one that I've also used it on the paper, is the painted textures embossing folder, which is one of my favorites. Pops up quite a lot. And again, here we're going to be using the red or silver. Depends what you've got. Some of you will have red, some of you have silver festive pearls as well. Okay, so let's get making this one. This is really just an example of just assembling this one. There's not much to it as far as the previous card was concerned. So you've got in your kit enough to make, well, if you bought a double kit, there's enough to make 2 cards. You'd have 3 pieces of designer series paper each card. So you'll have the red one with the dots, the green one, and this one is sort of a green-red blend. This one's all red, but you might have splotches of green in the one that's yours. So you've got those 3 there. You've got my little fussy cut poinsettia. I thought poinsettias were gone, but they came back. Your bling and your sentiment box. Okay, so you've got a basic white card base, just plain old normal, for me, card base. Then you've got a panel of basic white, which has been popped through, again, as I say, the painted textures embossing folder. And we're just going to add those 2 together. I love this one. You could basically use this as a sketch for any number of designs. If you've got a paper you like or an image you like, pop them together and you are pretty much guaranteed a successful card. So there we are. We have just our panel, our layer of basic white there. And we're going to bring in our little panels of cardstock designer series paper. So they're going to sit along the bottom there. Try and get them the same distance apart from each other and the same sort of in line as well. So as I usually do when I do something like this, I'm going to put the 2 end ones on first, the 2 extremes. So this one, once you've got a bit of idea, I'd say the gap on the left-hand side and bottom would be probably, what would it be? An eighth? No, an eighth of an inch should be too small. Probably, let's have a look. Probably, an eighth of an inch that would be. So an eighth of an inch top and side, and pop that in. And then I'm going to do the other one on the other side as well. And then the one in the middle is going to fit like magic. You can also mix these up if you want the 2, you want one different ends of things. You can put them in different orders. Go for it. It's your card. So the same sort of eighth of an inch right and side, and then pop this one in the middle. And you'll get the same sort of eighth of an inch between this little middle one and the 2 sides. Now these pieces of designer series paper have been cut with the smallest of the deckled rectangles. So I absolutely adore the deckled rectangles. They're really nice. got that sort of look of being ripped, paper ripping technique, but you don't have to do the hard work. It's all done for you. Okay, so that's the first part of this card. Not really much else to it. Now we're going to pop our sentiment on. So I'm going to use for this one Christmas Wishes. Now this original card I've used Evening Evergreen. I'm going to swap that. I think I would like the red on this one. You guys, once you've seen both, you can choose, but I'm going to use the Cherry Cobbler on this one just to bring the red out of the poinsettia and the paper. Very, very crooked, but that's okay. The joys of handmade. Okay, so that's going to pop. So basically where those little papers end is where you're going to put your sentiment, just there. So it sort of caps off the top. It's a bit like a cricket stump. Top caps up the top of those. We're going to give you some dimensionals. We're going to pop this on, give it a bit of 3D. And we're going to do the same with our poinsettia as well. Put that on dimensionals also. We'll pop our sentiment here, just across the top of the two right-hand columns. And then we'll grab our dimensionals again, pop them on the back of this fussy cut flower. Doesn't want to come. One in the middle as well, I think. So sort of orientate this one around your little sentiment there. So it sort of overlaps a wee bit, but you can still see the words. So I think probably a little bit like that. So the Christmas is snuck in between the two petals, actually this way, I think. So yeah, the C is actually nestling between two petals of our poinsettia. A bit like that. Okay. Then finally, we're going to use our bling. So as I say, some of you have red, some of you have silver. I've got silver here, which I absolutely adore. And we're going to pop those around as well. And as quick, that card is done. How about that? Just so quick and easy, as I say, with the combination of the die cut paper and the fussy cut image, you can't go wrong. So there they are. There's our two there. Okay, that was a quick video. That was only 8 minutes. Cool. Excellent. Well, we'll take that win and I'll have a bit of a tidy up and we'll come back with card number 3.